Greetings YouTube! This is Toy Customizer Wake Angel 2001, bringing you part 3 of Davin's commission. This one is Nack the Weasel, also known as Fang the Sniper. Now I have made Nack before, but I decided to refine the recipe this time. I used Sonic the Werehog's head, since it already has an elongated snout like Nack does, so unlike last time when I used Shadow and had to cut off his old snout and then mold a new one from scratch which barely fit, this one has a snout that already fits. I just had to cut off the spines and ears and sand the head all round and then rebuild it and give Nack his ears, his big nose, the much larger cheek tufts, and of course the iconic giant fang. Painted up, you may notice that the eyes are gray instead of yellow. That is because, upon Davin's request, he wanted a more classic version of the figure, and as you all know, classic characters did not have colored-in irises, so he asked for gray eyes so that it would, not be modern. Another change to the recipe is that I used Tails' body instead of Shadow's. I used Shadow last time because he had chest fur, but I kind of realized that Tails' body is a better match for shape and everything else. I just had to resculpt the tufts of fur to be 2 big points rather than 6 little ones. And then I made a belt buckle out of Sonic's shoe buckle and, painted the belt in. And there's Nack's disembodied torso. Nack also has a gigantically long tail, more than almost 4 times the length of his entire body. It's made out of Super Sculpey and will attach to his butt later. One thing that did remain from the old recipe was the shoes. They started out as Shadow shoes, and then I sculpted all over them to turn them into Nack shoes. I don't know, there's just something about the way that those brown parts are painted. This just makes it easier for me to, paint. I don't think I would have been able to achieve this kind of effect if I used Silver's or Amy's shoes. It just works better this way. Don't ask me why. So here's a quick look at the legs completely painted up and the tail attached. Like I said, the tail is incredibly long, but that is to do mostly with the conflict of weasels being naturally long-bodied creatures and the Sonic art style tending towards naturally short bodies. All that ermine length has to come from somewhere, The arms are a simple affair. Tails' arms painted purple. The right hand is a Shadow fist, and the left hand is a Sonic holding thing hand. The embellishments on the back of the gloves are made out of Knuckles' shoes. Those Lego brick things. And then you have a hat. It's a very nice hunter's hat, made from Super Sculpey. I made this one a little bit more carefully than Bunny's so that it would sit lower on Nack's head, because the problem I had with both Rotor and Bunny was that their hats sat a little bit too high and it didn't quite look natural. And there you have the completed Nack the Weasel figure. The hat is hot glued onto his head. It's not a removable accessory. I just couldn't really find a way to, make it fit snugly while also being removable. I just lack that kind of equipment and paint. Although I did find a little gun in my fodder bin that he can hold. Had to modify the trigger guard a bit to admit his finger, but yeah, it fits in his little hand, and he doesn't just drop it, and it's not so tight that it scratches up the paint, so he can look good holding it in various poses. Alright, this is Toy Customizer Wake Angel 2001, signing out.